What's up, bros, broettes? It is almost noontime here. I work a later shift in the day, so today's kind of been a lazy morning. I played with my puppy a little bit, walked her, fed her. Pretty soon I'll put my clothes away because they're folded now. And then I'll get started with installing that in-ground sprinkler system for the front yard. So I'm almost positive I'm not going to finish it today, but I'll try and get most of it as I can done. If I do not finish it today, then I'll just finish it tomorrow, and then it will all just be one video instead of two parts, but I'll just end up finishing it tomorrow if I don't finish it today. And so that will be the video that I'm filming in this video, so that will be how to install your in-ground sprinkler system, DIY style. I bought a kit, in-ground kit from Home Depot. They're originally like $149.99. They're originally like $150, $149.99. So it's actually $150, but they dropped down to $99.99, $100. So I snatched them up before they went back up in price. It's like the Rainbird ETI 32. So first thing I'm gonna do after I finish up with these little chores around the house is it says it recommends that you have at least 6 gallons per minute coming out of your faucet, out of the water bib, spigot, whatever you want to call it. So I gotta check that, and then once I check, I'll show you guys how to check that, and if all is good, then we'll start installing it. If not, then I'll probably just get a splitter and 2 separate timers, and then have it set up to where I have 2 zones. So one zone will run 3 sprinklers, the other zone will run the other 3 sprinklers. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my cereal, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and then I'm gonna start with my chores and get onto the in-ground stuff. So yeah. Alright guys, so the way I'm gonna do this is, since I don't have a 5-gallon bucket readily available or handy, what I did is I took my empty carton of almond milk. It's a ½ gallon. I filled up 2 of them and put them in here to see where I need to be. I'm about 3/4 of an inch below this second line right here in my little trash can, so that's 1 gallon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and dump this out, and then I'm gonna go fill this up to that line and then do the math. So basically I need 6 gallons per minute, so if I can get a gallon in 10 seconds, I should be good. So that's 60 seconds, 10 seconds, a gallon per 10 seconds. Yeah, so if I can get a gallon in 10 seconds, I should be good, because that's the requirement for the in-ground sprinkler system that I got, which I'll show you here shortly. And I need to lock that. Oh, Hazel, come here. Come here. Get back inside. Come on. Okay. Yep. I would take my dog with me outside, but it is not gated in the front, and she could run off. So, and you know, maybe get hit by a car or something like that, and definitely don't want that happening. So, with that being said, I'm heading to the backyard spigot because it's a lot higher. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up, time it, and see where we are at. All right. So I'm gonna get the camera set up, and then show you guys what I'm doing. All right. I got my hose off. I got my bucket/trash can. I got my phone to do the timing. Alright, so we needed to get above the second line in 10 seconds. So we're at 10.3 seconds. And the second line, this isn't really level, but even if you can see it, the second line is down here under the water. So we are above 10 gallons per minute. So that's what requires for that whole sprinkler system, which is awesome because that means I don't have to do 2 zones for the front yard. Alright. Gonna go ahead and unlock my truck. Here's the sprinkler system is still in there. So, this is what I bought. Like I said, it's the Rainbird, you know, professional grade, blah blah blah, rotary sprinklers. We got it's in ground, so you know, no more hoses and stuff like that. It comes with a programmable water valve that hooks right to your water bib spigot. I have one on there right now for these. Probably shouldn't drop these. Got a buttload of hose. Quit dropping all the sprinkler heads junk. You got your sprinkler heads. All of your, here's something. I have no clue what these are for. Fitting and toolkit. I'm sure that I will figure out everything. I'm sure there's instructions. Okay. So you got your 6 sprinkler heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got your programmable water valve. You know, so you don't have to constantly go out there and turn it on and off. And all of that. You got your, I have no clue what these are yet. You got all your fittings and other stuff that I'm sure the instructions. And then you got your instruction manuals. So, yeah, there we go. So I am going to go ahead and lay this out and see how I want to run all of my tubing. Once I got it laid out, I'll show you what I've come up with. Alright guys, so after much consideration, wherever you can kind of see the black stakes, I don't know if you can see it over there. There it is, kind of sticking out the ground. There's 2, there's 1 right there, you can kind of see it, and then 1 wired up right up by the mailbox. So obviously I'm doing 4 corners, 2 kind of close to each other in the middle, you know, and then so the stakes are representing where they're gonna go. Now what I'm gonna do is get the tubing cut, get all the sprinklers and everything put together before I bury them, and then strap the sprinklers to the stakes so that I can turn it all on and see that it hits all the areas that I want it to hit before I bury it. Because if I bury it and everything, and then, you know what I mean, I'm kind of screwed once I bury it. Then I gotta dig it all back up, and I don't want to have to go through all that process again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this set up and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is as far as I got. I got the hose, the tubing ran from here, from the spigot over to here. It's gonna come underneath this little stair walkway into the house. It's gonna go under there, and it's gonna come angle up over there and tee off right here. Go to that sprinkler first, come up to this sprinkler, and then over to the one over there next to the telephone line box over there. Now I ran out of tubing. They didn't give me enough to do it the way that I wanted to do it. So I'm gonna have to get some more tubing to go from this T over to that corner, up to this one in the middle, and then up to the one next to the mailbox. So if I have time right now, I'm gonna run over to Home Depot, grab that tubing. If I don't have time, then I'll just wrap up what I can and go tomorrow and get the rest of the tubing and then finish installing. Well, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I got them all hooked up. That's all I can get done for today, but tomorrow I will be digging and burying. So as you can see, I have it running to a T right here, goes over to that one, up to this one, over to the one next to the in the back corner. Then from that T right there, comes all the way over here to this corner, up to the middle, and up to the mailbox. And that stuff is done. Tomorrow is just testing and burying, and then aiming them in the right directions. Alright. Until next time, guys. Until tomorrow, hey, what's up, bros, broads? It is the next... I think my lens is fogging up again. Yes, it is. It's the next day, like I said. So, what I have left is to bury all my lines, my sprinkler heads, and then get all the, once I have these buried, then I can turn them on and set my spray arc, distance, and pattern. So basically how far they rotate. Like these I want at 45 degrees. Damn lens, it is not even that fucking humid out here. Okay, so set these at 45s, ones at the corners, and these at 360. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting these buried. Once I got them buried, I'll be right back. What's up, guys? It's the end of the second day. I'm about to ready to go shower, get ready for work, cook dinner, and all that stuff. I got half of the burying done. So, I guess you can see, I kind of tore up the grass a little bit, but, well, I mean, it wasn't really good grass right there anyways. But there's a sprinkler head. You can kind of see the little dot. Up there in the middle is a sprinkler head. And up there, they're buried on that side. As compared to this side, you can see the sprinkler. So, day 2 over, halfway done with burying. Tomorrow I'll finish burying the other side, and then the last step is to aim them and, you know, have them do what I want them to do. So, until tomorrow. Yo, what's up, bros, broettes? It's day 3. I just finished burying the rest of these in-ground sprinklers, and boy was it a pain in the butt. Now, I did have an oopsie. I did have a mess up, and that had nothing to do with the sprinkler system. I was running my sprinkler system line basically where they had ran my internet cable for AT&T, and I was nice enough to sever that line for them and for myself. So no internet until tomorrow night. So I'll edit this video tomorrow, which is Friday, and then I'll get it up tomorrow night. But you know, they're on right now. I just have, you know, sprinkler on, sprinkler on, sprinkler on, sprinkler on. The one up there is on too, but you can't really see it with this camera. Sprinkler on over there. They are all going. So, sprinklers are done. I'm just gonna, tomorrow, I have to get ready for work again, but tomorrow I'm going to make sure that everything is aimed right and doing what I want it to do. I might change the tips out to the what are they, 1.5 gallon tips, but that's might be another video if whatever. I'm hot, sweaty, not thinking right.
What's up, bros, broettes?
You know, I just want to come back out here real quick and give a quick, like, little review of the sprinkler system. So far, it is awesome. I have it scheduled to water twice a day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. for 15 minutes each. You got internet again, so yay. They ran it on the other side of where I buried the sprinkler system, so that's awesome. But one thing I did have to do to make sure I got full coverage across the yard, because they came with 0.75 gallon tips, so a quarter, what is it, 3/4 a gallon tips, so they didn't spray very much. So what I did is I left the two in the middle, I left the 0.75 tips, and then all the ones on the corners I put 1.5 gallon tips so that they spray further and hit all the little areas that I wanted to hit, while the middle ones cover the, you know, the sections in the middle that the corners aren't going to hit. So with that being said, with the tips changed and everything, I got full coverage of my front yard, and I am extremely happy. I have everything aimed to where I want it to hit, and from what you know, I'm just for $100. I mean, if I would have ran it the route, actually it's really like 120 because I had to go get some more hose, but that was only because I ran it in a route that it wasn't really set up, or how they designed it to just be generically put installed. So like if I were to generically do it how they wanted me to do it, then the hose I had would have been enough, but I wanted to do my own thing, so I had to go get more hose. So it was really like $120 for an in-ground sprinkler system. You know, I buried it myself, put it together myself. Extremely easy. The bearing was a little harder, but the putting it together was easy. But with that being said, I bought the Rainbird, I think it's the 32eti, whatever that stands for. But yeah, I'm happy with it. And you know, I can honestly say I don't have any complaints as of yet. So again, I think that's where I'm going to end this video for now. I'll probably give a later on better review down the line after a few months of having it. And yeah, until next time guys, peace out and never look back.